Morning tiptoed into Willowgate Village. Dew sparkled on the stone paths, and little chimneys breathed out soft ribbons of smoke. In a garden, the dew looked extra special. Each tiny drop held a quiet rainbow, like a secret hiding in the grass. Luna stepped outside with her lantern cradled in both hands. She noticed a thin, shining ribbon in the grass and leaned close to see it glitter. Kai came skipping down the path, and his tiny orange fox padded along at his heel. They both spotted the rainbow dew and slowed down, noses and eyes pointed toward the shimmer. Luna and Kai stood side by side and watched the ribbon of dew bend toward the village gate. It looked like it was inviting them to follow, gentle as a whisper. Luna lifted her lantern, and the glass caught little rainbow specks. The lantern's warm glow made the colors look even softer, like candy light. Kai reached down and gently tapped a dewdrop. The fox sniffed it, and the drop wiggled but did not fall, as if it wanted to stay on the trail. The trail slipped out of the village like a shiny thread. Beyond the gate, the road looked bright and friendly in the growing sunlight. Luna and Kai began to walk, step by careful step. Behind them, the village grew small, and ahead of them the rainbow dew ribbon sparkled on. The road became a lane with tall hedges on both sides. Sunlight warmed their shoulders, and the ribbon of dew kept shining, leading them forward. Bramblelight Lane was full of roses and buzzing bees. The air smelled sweet, and the dew ribbon ran through the grass like a tiny rainbow road. They pushed open a little gate and entered the lane. Luna held her lantern steady while Kai pointed to the ribbon whenever it tried to hide under leaves. Luna moved a leaf with one finger, slow and kind. Underneath, the dew was still there, bright and brave, like it had a job to do. Kai and the fox bounded ahead, then stopped to wait. The ribbon of dew slid toward the trees, and Kai's feet slowed as the shade began. At the end of the lane, the forest stood tall and green. The ribbon of dew slipped beneath the first roots, and the children followed with quiet steps. They left the roses behind and stepped into the cool shade. The bright day softened, and Luna's lantern glow looked warmer under the leaves. The path turned springy with moss and roots. Sunbeams fell in quiet columns, and the dew ribbon glittered whenever the light touched it. Fernshade Forest felt like a gentle green room. Tiny specks drifted in the air, and the ribbon of dew curled onward as if it knew the way. Luna and Kai entered deeper between the tall trees. The ribbon hopped over a fallen log, and they followed, careful not to disturb the shining drops. On one leaf, the dew began to clump together. The colors looked tired, and one big drop trembled like it might plop right off. Luna knelt down and brought her lantern near. The warm light made the droplet steady, and the rainbow inside it brightened a little. Kai found a wide fern frond, and the fox watched closely. Kai held it like a soft fan, ready to help the heavy dew move gently along. Together they helped the ribbon slide forward without spilling. The dew shimmered again, and the trail looked happy to keep going. Soon the trees thinned, and a watery sparkle appeared ahead. The air felt warmer, and the ribbon of dew hurried toward the sound of a brook. They left the deepest shade and stepped toward brighter light. The ribbon of dew stretched ahead, thin and shining, as if eager for open sky. The path became a sandy bank beside singing water. Sunlight danced on the ripples, and the dew ribbon slid across pebbles toward a little crossing. Pebblehush Brook murmured softly as it flowed. The water sparkled like glass, and the ribbon of dew rested near the edge, almost touching the stream. Luna and Kai hurried closer. The ribbon of dew tried to crawl onto the wet stones, and they both moved carefully, not wanting it to spill into the rushing water. The brook bubbled around the stones, and cool mist kissed the air. The dewdrops wobbled at the edge, and the rainbow colors flickered like they were getting dizzy. Kai picked up a flat stone and held it steady. The fox stood close, tail lifted, as if guarding the plan. Luna lowered her lantern so the ribbon could see its way. The warm light helped the dew gather back into a tidy trail, safe from the splashing stream. Step by step, they crossed the log bridge. The ribbon of dew followed, shining bravely, while Luna's lantern and Kai's stone kept it from slipping. On the other side, the land rose into gentle hills. The afternoon light turned honey gold, and the ribbon of dew climbed upward, pointing toward wide open air. They left the brook's cool song behind. A warm breeze met them, and they followed the ribbon up the grassy slope. The hill path curled like a sleepy snake. Grass brushed their legs, and far ahead they could see a tiny shimmer that looked like water waiting. Honeyglow Hills glowed under the afternoon sun. The ribbon of dew shone faintly now, as if it needed help to keep its rainbow bright. From the hilltop, they finally saw Mirrorleaf Lake below. The ribbon of dew aimed toward it like an arrow, and the sky began to turn softer and more golden. The hill grass was dry and warm. The dewdrops began to shrink, and the rainbow looked pale, like a bedtime story fading at the edges. Luna brought her lantern close, careful and slow. The warm glow helped the ribbon sparkle again, and Luna's shoulders relaxed a little. Kai had saved a little water in a leaf cup. He sprinkled just a few drops near the ribbon, and the fox leaned in to watch the rainbow wake up. With lantern light and a touch of water, the ribbon grew steady again. Luna and Kai walked down the hill, their long shadows following like quiet friends. The valley held a lake as still as a mirror. Mist floated above it, and the ribbon of dew slid toward the shore, as if it belonged there. They stepped off the hill trail and onto smooth lakeside stones. The sunset painted everything peach and gold, and the ribbon of dew shone brighter near the water. They followed the shore where lily pads floated like little green plates. The air smelled cool and clean, and the ribbon curved toward a sheltered cove. Mirrorleaf Lake held the sunset in its gentle hands. The mist glowed, and tiny lights hovered above the water like sleepy stars. At the cove, the ribbon of dew did something amazing. It glided onto the lake's surface and became a rainbow arc, bright against the sunset reflection. The rainbow arc began to lift, bead by bead. Each droplet rose like a tiny bubble, and the lake answered with quiet ripples. Luna lifted her lantern, not too high, just enough. The warm light seemed to show the droplets a safe path up into the cooling sky. Kai and the fox watched the sparkles rise. A few drifted close to Kai's hands, cool as a whisper, before floating up to join the others. The last droplets lifted into the sky, and the ribbon became a soft glowing thread above the lake. Twilight arrived gently, and the first star blinked open. The rainbow thread broke into little points of light and disappeared into the night. The lake grew darker, and everything felt quiet, as if the world had sighed with relief. Luna and Kai turned back, their adventure complete. Luna's lantern glowed like a small cozy sun, and their steps made soft crunches on the stones. They climbed the path under an evening sky. Fireflies floated nearby, and far away, tiny village lights twinkled like friendly eyes. The hills that were golden before now looked soft and blue. a pale moon rose slowly, and the whole world seemed to move more quietly. Luna and Kai walked with slower steps now. They were tired in a good way, and the lantern's warm swing made the path feel safe. Kai paused so the fox could take a tiny sip of water. The fox's whiskers twitched, and then it trotted close again, ready to go home. Luna checked her lantern and made the flame steady. The warm light felt like a blanket, and the cool night air seemed kinder because of it. Soon the village gate came into view. Stars gathered overhead, and cozy window lights flickered ahead, welcoming them back. Willowgate Village was sleepy and warm. The stone paths shone under lanterns, and the pond held a little piece of moonlight. Inside, everything felt soft and safe. Warm light filled the room, and the quiet of home wrapped around them like a hug. Luna and Kai sat close by the lantern and sipped something warm. Their eyelids drooped, and the lantern glass still shimmered with a faint rainbow, as if saying thank you. The lantern was set beside the bed, its flame small and calm. The last rainbow specks softened into warm amber, perfect for sleepy eyes. Luna snuggled into her blanket until she felt cozy all the way to her toes. The room was quiet, and her lantern made a gentle pool of light beside her. Kai settled down too, and the tiny fox curled up like a warm orange puff. The lantern glow in moonlight made soft shadows that hardly moved. The lantern dimmed to a sleepy glow as the night grew still. With the village quiet outside and stars watching gently, Luna and Kai closed their eyes and drifted into dreams.